Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie.
And this is the Lyle episode.
Yay, Lyle! Woo!
This video dedicated to Lyle, one of our top supporters, one of our favorite people, certainly one of our biggest supporters on Patreon, on YouTube memberships. You can click the join button if you haven't already. He's one of our Patreon supporters who's at that level where they get to call the shot. And so they get a video dedicated to him. We say,
what do you want?
what do you want? What's your grand idea? He shot us a bunch of ideas, but the one that he seems to like the best, so it's the one that we're going with. He wanted to know if Rare Breed Bourbon holds up to Elijah Craig batch A121. And he said, look, don't make it a big deal. I'm
just curious.
I don't need a lot of attention. Don't make a big deal out of this. So we're not going to make a big deal out of it at all. This is Elijah Craig barrel proof batch A121. That was the batch he specifically called out. And Wild Turkey Rare Breed. This is the 2021 version. This Rare Breed, we actually bought this for $40. It sells for about $45 usually. This is Wild Turkey Rare Breed Barrel Proof 116.8. And the Elijah Craig, this one got bumped up in price locally here to $70 this year. This is a 123.6 proof bourbon, and some people say that this one fell off a little bit after the C920 and the B520, which were so great last year. I actually chose this one in a blind above those two.
And I'm the turkey fan.
And you're the turkey fan. So this is going to be interesting. About a $25 spread between these two bottles. We're drinking them blind. Julie poured them. I mixed them around. Little nose, little taste, and we will have an answer for Lyle A.
Lyle A121.
Hot dog.
Hot dog!
Are all of our expressions old-timey?
I think so.
Lately they have
They're
been.
just ridiculous. Am I allowed to smell both of them? Because I already feel like I know which one that is.
It's yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm doing both, so I'm already wild guessing on the nose that I got some rare breed in this glass and some Elijah Craig in the other.
Yeah, I get a little more cinnamon on the first glass. Surprisingly, there's a little bit of some sort of fruit there. I want to say plum, even though plum doesn't really, I don't think, smell much. For some reason, it's making me think of plums. It's good enough, I guess. Hey, come on, man.
A lot of vanilla, some caramel in there. It's nice.
I think, you know what? I think off the nose, I think this is the Elijah.
You do?
I do.
Oh, see, now I'm real excited.
Cheers.
Cheers
to you.
Hey,
Cheers to
Lyle.
Lyle A.
I'm not making a big deal, but Lyle.
I'm not making any kind of big deal about Lyle. We're gonna nice and easy tonight.
Ooh, brown sugary. Oh.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
That plum is back. There's
It
plum.
melted into my tongue. You know, like when you're mixing, maybe you don't know, or maybe you don't know,
Let's find
but when
out.
you're mixing some like butter and like brown sugar on the stove top and it gets melty and
You're
like...
talking about brown butter.
Do you do that with brown sugar? Maybe.
Beats me. It sounds like brown butter.
Oh,
if I had to guess about what it was, I'm not a baker.
But that's what I got. I got like just like a melty sugariness on my tongue.
I got brown sugar, vanilla, well-aged oak.
Fun.
Oh, this is fun. Yeah, this is really, really good. And that a little bit of that sort of dark red fruit, but again, it's juicier than like a raisin or something like that. I want to say plum.
A little cherry back on that. Got a little proof on that.
It's a
Man,
satisfying.
that brown sugar is just pouring through for me right now.
That is so satisfying. The mouth feels great. It's a touch thinner than I expected because it coats, but it washes away pretty quickly. A touch thinner than I expected, but that's nice.
What are the proofs on these again?
123 to 116.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Glass one, quite nice.
Lovely. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean it's lovely. It's wonderful. It's warm. It reminds me a lot of Lyle A.
Oh,
quite honestly.
so sweet. I just want to say one more thing. I said that melty brown sugariness. Now it kind of reminds me of the gooiness of a pie, like a warm pie that like oozes out.
Ooh, that's inviting too.
Maybe we'll bring you one, Lyle.
Can I share it with him?
No, this is for Lyle.
Just for Lyle?
Yeah.
Okay, just for Lyle. Glass number 2. The lead thing I find here is cinnamon, but there's some brown sugar.
It's funny that you say that there's cinnamon in here. I was almost like, I was gonna double down on my Wild Turkey on that first one. So
This is gentle cinnamon, like a cinnamon stick.
Oh my gosh, that is big red gum.
I thought you couldn't find cinnamon on that.
That is like big red gum. Like seriously, like there's so much cinnamon on there. Well, that just threw me for a loop because I don't remember Rare Breed tasting like this, but it's been so long since I've had the A121.
This is just wonderful whiskey.
I'm
wonderful.
I only had one sip and I'm like jazzed up about that.
Jazzed up?
Yeah.
I find it to be warm, inviting, lovely. A lot like glass number 1, a lot like Lyle A. Not making a big deal.
I'm gonna need a second sip here because I appreciated the taste of this glass so much. Just like we appreciate Lyle.
We totally appreciate Lyle. Sip number 2, here we go.
Yeah.
I was just gonna comment how
Crap.
easy it sipped.
I did that thing where I was trying to keep it in my mouth a little bit to try to get more flavors out of it. Then I went down the wrong pipe.
Yeah, things go wrong sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
It's still wonderful. It's still, this is super, super satisfying.
Cinnamon, vanilla, yum.
Yeah.
Sugary deliciousness.
Do you still think that this one is the Elijah Craig?
Well, I'm thrown because on the nose, I would have, like I said, doubled down that this was 100% the Rare Breed. Now, I'm confused because the palate wasn't real cinnamony on this one, but it is on glass 2. Crap!
I'm going back to glass number 1, which, by the way, on the nose, I'm getting just a little touch of nuttiness, and we're nuts about Lyle A. So I'm going to take another sip of glass 1 right here.
Also, the astringency on the nose has come down. It is like a caramel bomb, still brown sugary, vanilla. Yeah.
It's just so balanced, so complete. Glass 2, I'm getting so much cinnamon, so much vanilla, so much oak that I'm not getting really any fruit. This one's got that cherry. It has that dark fruit. I keep calling it a plum. I don't know what else it would be.
I like it.
I'm plum surprised by how much I'm enjoying glass number 1. The finish is terrific on both of these bottles, but I would say the finish on glass number 1 seems to be overwhelming the finish for glass number 2. There's some sweet cherry candy on glass 2 now, and there's a little bit of nuttiness there. But it's that creamy peanut butter that I get on the Russell's Reserve single barrel.
Ooh, it is creamy peanut butter now.
Glass 1 has a bit of chocolate on it, and that is a nice treat, just like being friends with Lyle A.
So I think we're ready to select our winners. Just like Lyle is the winner of our hearts.
Right in here.
Pure bourbon van style, we are going the opposite direction.
Split decision. Tell us what you got.
I'm going with glass number 2.
What do you like about it?
I just like it. No, I
Perfect.
I just really like the flavor profile, the finish, just the drinkability of it more than I liked my glass number 1.
Okay, and I'm choosing, big surprise, glass number 1. I liked the complexity, I liked the balance, it hit my palate kind of perfectly. I liked the way that it coated my tongue. I thought that it tasted a little more well-aged. That sweet oak, it just appeals to me, that sort of flavor, and that fruitiness, whatever sort of fruit that is, just adds a different dimension, which is satisfying and lovely.
You ready to find out?
I think I am. All right, let's look at glass number 2 to find out what you've got there. That's glass A.
Glass A.
You chose the Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
I did.
You
I
are
know.
a turkey girl.
I thought 100% that glass number 1 was the Rare Breed, and then I drank it and was like, nope.
Look, she's a cheap date.
I am a cheap date.
Unlike Lyle A, who was all class.
All class.
Not gonna make a big deal out of it though. And I chose glass number 1, which, just double checking that I'm not crazy, is glass B, and it's the Elijah Craig A121. That barrel proof line just hits my palate perfectly. So,
and if I remember correctly, I was not a huge fan of the A121, so I'm not surprised, but I very much appreciated it today.
I think we should have a second glass of it. Maybe a second glass of each of these. Why not? We're celebrating Lyle tonight.
We are celebrating Lyle, and let me say, I know that we were being a little bit silly today, but we do appreciate you, Lyle. Thank you.
Yeah, you're my best friend. Okay.
So funny.
Thank you so much, Lyle. Thank you so much to all of our Patreons. And if you'd like to join us on Patreon, you can see our travel videos and that sort of thing. Go to patreon.com/thebourbonvan. You can join us for as little as $3 a month. Check us out on Instagram at thebourbonvan from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Lyle. Wild turkey.
Not making a big deal out of it.